Hello. Hey, you guys. So we are doing our first recipe tonight. Mastering the Art of French Cooking. Julia Child, we're going to cook our way through this cookbook. We don't have a time limit, but if you can cook this, you can cook anything. So tonight we're jumping to beef bourguignon. Beef stew and red wine with bacon, onions, and mushrooms. If you can cook this, you can basically cook any stew. I'm going to wait for some of you guys to get in here so we can have some interaction. Happy Monday. How was everyone's first day back at work? So I have all of my ingredients out here. We have 3 pounds of beef. They're cut into like 2 to 3 inch pieces. That's a little smaller pack, about like this size, about 2 to 3 inch big meat pieces. We have our carrots, and that was some stalk that fell on the ground. We don't need that. Hello, you guys. Comments will appear here. So we're cooking beef bourguignon tonight. Beef bourguignon from Julia Child's Mastering the Art of French Cooking. I'm going to try to do 1 to 2 episodes a week. Hey, Miss Beth. Happy New Year. So when you're popping in, let me know you're here. If you'd like to watch along as I cook, we are cooking in the Mastering the Art of French Cooking. Tonight's recipe is beef bourguignon. Somebody drop me a comment down there so I can know that the comments are working. And we are not sponsored, but this is the wine for tonight. It says Educated Guess, Pinot Noir 2023, Sonoma Coast. I was looking for a Burgundy, but Publix does not have any French wines. Hey, Vanessa. Hey, Lori. Hey, you guys, if you want to watch along and follow along, we're cooking our way through this entire cookbook. This is my vlog that I'm starting. It's called Butter, Courage, and Chaos. A love letter to Julia Child. So it's been done, but we're going to do it my way. Hey, Becky. All right, you guys, so we're doing beef bourguignon if you have this cookbook. And I will try to preface everyone on the next recipe that we do, and we can all cook it weekly together if you'd like. But let's get started. So this is page 315, and you're Mastering the Art of French Cooking. Beef stew and red wine with bacon, onions, and mushrooms. As in this case with the most famous dishes, there are more than one ways to arrive at a good beef bourguignon. Beef bourguignon! Bon appetit! So yes, here we go. That's page 315. Saute the bacon in oil over moderate heat to 2 to 3 minutes to brown lightly. So I just bought pancetta, which is basically bacon already cut up for me. Let's see how much bacon that was. Oh, let me get my other one. 1 second, you guys. Be right back. I've got to get my ingredient reference. Coming. Okay. Sorry, y'all, bear with me. This is my first one. Hey, Ash! What's up? Okay, so we're cooking our way. This is our first recipe, beef bourguignon. Beef Bourguignon. Okay, so we need 6 ounces. Okay, let me wash my hands first and foremost, and then we'll get started with sauteing the bacon. Oh, and my washing machine wants to scream all at the same time. I told y'all this is going to be chaotic. My life is chaotic, but wonderful. Hey, Aunt Lee, welcome in. We're cooking beef bourguignon tonight. But yeah, I may do another recipe this week, and you can go and get all the ingredients so we can cook it together. I'm going to try to do at least one a week. I did choose this to start. It is like, I know it's pretty intimidating, but we're going to do it. We're going to do it. Okay, let me give me a little soap. Hey, Aunt Lee, what you doing? I'm cooking beef bourguignon from the famous Miss Julia Child. You guys, I am also on TikTok. It's butter. You gotta go? Okay, we'll come back. I'll be here a while, I'm quite sure. You love the voice? Yeah, I love Julia Child. I always have. And as you know, this has been done before. There was a movie, Julie and Julia, from Miss Julie Powell. May she rest in peace. She passed away in 2022 from cardiac arrest. But Miss Julia Child was not really a fan of her vlog because of the profanity and things like that. So we're going to do it our way. And she also cooked hers. She was trying to challenge herself by cooking her way through the entire cookbook in 1 year. And that, Julia didn't like that either. So we have no time frame. We're just going to fall in love with cooking. I believe that if you can cook anything in this cookbook, there's not anything that you can't cook. And I love cooking. I love cooking. So we're going to see where this takes us. All right, hands are clean. Let's move to saute the bacon in oil. Okay. What y'all doing? How was y'all's Monday? Happy New Year, everyone. 1 to 2 teaspoons of olive oil. And so I checked earlier because I knew someone would say something. No, I do not wash my meat. The CDC recommends do not wash your meat because you can contaminate other surfaces. So we need 6 ounces. This is 4. Let's get 1 to 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and I'm going to measure with my heart. Whoop. Okay, I think that's good. Can you guys see? Let me come closer. Hey, Miss Faye, we're cooking beef bourguignon. Okay, can y'all see that? Let's see. Sorry, y'all, I haven't been live in so long, so bear with me. All right, I got this new pot for Christmas. Isn't it amazing? If you're from Louisiana, you know exactly what this is. This is the holy grail of pots. Okay. So it says to saute the bacon in the oil over moderate heat for 2 to 3 minutes to brown lightly. Remove to a side dish with a slotted spoon. Okay. So mine goes to 7. We're going to put it like 3.5, 4-ish. Let's get that good and hot. Busy and chaotic, I'm sorry. Yeah, I had all intentions of going to the salon today to work, and I had a little issue there, but we got it all fixed, and everything's great and wonderful. But yeah, what I was saying is I want to go live on TikTok as well. We need to get that page to at least 1,000 followers so that I can go live. But it's called Butter, Courage, and Chaos. Okay, while that is heating up, I'll go ahead and take it. So yes, it does call for 6. Let's see what she said exactly. She said bacon or lardon, which to me kind of sounds like pancetta because it's more of a fattier piece of meat. So I bought pancetta already cut up. I kind of cheated a little bit. Julia would not be happy with me. This pot's so big, it's going to take it a hot minute to get hot. You're hungry? Come on over. I'm not sure when this is going to be ready, but do not feel free to stay the whole video, you guys. But I'm going to try to do this at least 1 to 2 times a week. I'm not sure. We're going to pick, I might put like a poll with like 2 to 3. Hey, Brittany. Hi, we're cooking beef bourguignon. I'll do like 2 to 3 recipes, and then you guys can kind of vote, and that's the one we'll do that week if you want. So basically, it's like a fancy French beef stew with red wine. And mushrooms and carrots and onions. Hey, 1 second. Hello. Sorry. That was my mother-in-law calling. I'm using Matthew's phone for my list. Okay. Sorry, y'all. Bear with me. I gotta give the phone to Matthew. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, y'all. Okay, this should be hot by now. Okay, we're going to toss in the 4 ounces. We got that in there. Then we need 2 more ounces out of this. So I will just half this container. Can y'all hear the music? I hope not. I don't want to get Love you, Miss Glinda. Alright, you guys, I had to turn this pot up a little bit. It's very big. So let's go ahead and coat it with oil. I don't know if you guys ever cooked with pancetta before, but it's absolutely delicious. You can use it for like chicken piccata, anything that calls for bacon. But it's basically bacon. It's just called pancetta when it's cubed, and it is a little more fatty, I would say. So what we're doing is we're just going to brown this. It's a really big eye. Come on, pot. Don't do me like that. We just need to turn that heat up. I think that's my problem. Okay, so we're sauteing it moderate heat for 2 to 3 minutes to brown lightly. We're gonna put it in with a slotted spoon so that we don't lose our delicious. Where's my slotted spoon? Here we go. So we don't have to lose all that delicious fat juices. Here we go. We cook them with grease now, literally. I thought about that. Let me do it. Ooh. Thank you, Fei Fei. But the way this pot is, I think we can do it like that. I think we're good now, though. This is such a huge pot. I should have probably not used this one, but I got it for Christmas and I was too excited. It's warm now, but if it slows me down, I think I'll probably do that for the whole stew. Yeah, now we're really hot. Have you guys ever cooked anything from any of Julia Child's cookbooks? I have not. The cookbook started off with some gelatin recipes from the 60s, and I hate Jell-O, but I love Julia Child, so we will make some of those. So right now I was very into wanting to make something that that I would like to eat. And tonight's wine is Educated Guess, Sonoma Coast, Pinot Noir. Cheers. We are also cooking with it. We have another bottle over here. It was 2 for $26 at the Publix. I love our Publix. Okay, I think we're almost there. It's always scared you? Yeah. These are the best pots ever, Amy. So they were it's a Magnolite pot. I have my grandmother's down here, but they were recently bought out this year by Magnaware. They are worth every single penny. So I grew up, around New Orleans and Louisiana. Everybody cooked in these. Everyone, for everything. Especially your gumbo, chicken and dumplings. I mean, it's just amazing. The heat is awesome. Okay, so it took us we had a slow start with our pancetta, but we're getting there. We're almost there. Let me give it like maybe 1 more minute. And I'm going to put it in a separate dish. And then we are going to braise our beef. Yes, Amanda. Yes, ma'am. Are you feeling okay? I'm worried about Amanda has the flu. Sorry, not to put you on blast, but everybody say a prayer for her. Yeah, we literally just ate out of my mom's pot that she's had forever at Christmas Eve for gumbo. Okay, let's get this out of here. We've got a little slightly golden brownish. It'll cook more in the dish. We just don't want it so limp, soft, and fatty. And all those awesome juices are going to be great for our stew. Turn this down just a little. So yes, I went to the Smithsonian and I saw Julia's kitchen, and I literally was in there for 2 hours looking at every single detail. And Julie and Julia, the movie, was always one of my, I was very inspired by that, but I always wanted to do it a little differently. So it's my turn. And I'm glad you guys are here with me. I do need a gas stove for the new house. Oh my gosh. So yeah, there is our 6 ounces of bacon, pancetta, lardon, whatever you want to call it. We're going to set this to the side. I've been looking at them. Okay. Dry your beef in paper towels. It will not brown if the beef is damp. So I'm taking our 3 pounds of beef stew pieces right here, and the CDC says do not wash your beef from the supermarket. It will spread bacteria. So let me open these really quickly. What'd you say, Amanda? Today definitely wore me out, but can't sleep, so I'm watching you cook. Love, love, love those handles. Yeah, I know, it came with it. Yes, so it's called Magna Ware. They got bought out recently, and it is now called Magna Ware. My sweet mommy and daddy got me this for Christmas. These are like family heirlooms in Louisiana. Okay, let me get me some paper towels laid out. Okay. Hey, Mama. I guess I'll let my mom pop in. I know, Miss Faye. I've never washed my meat from the store. I literally have seen these videos on TikTok of these women that are like literally washing it with Dawn, and I'm like, that is absolutely disgusting. So I hope you have some soapy tasting chicken or beef, whatever. It's weird. Okay, we are going to the trash with this. We're gonna pat that. Let me wash my hands again. I've always been funny about meat, like, hey, we're cooking beef bourguignon! Beef bourguignon! Even though I'm going to pat that, I have to wash my hands, y'all. Last night we went to Texas de Brazil, which is a Brazilian steakhouse where they come around and literally like shave the meat at your table. And I'm always the type that I'm like, well done, and you can tell they hate giving it to me. But last night I ate some like medium rare, and I got past it. So I think Julia is going to help with that as well. That was way too many. Why did I do that? I'm paper towel rich. I'm just kidding. So we are rubbing and patting our beef because if it is damp, it will not brown the way that we want it to. Says Miss Julia. says she prefers 2 to 3. Sorry, I got a call. She prefers 2 to 3 inch pieces. I do have 2 pounds of 2 to 3 inch pieces, but I couldn't find any more, so I have 1 pound that is a little bit smaller that you would use for like a beef stew. And it's going to be okay. Alright, so now we have our damp dried beef. Okay? What you doing, Mom? Okay, so she says, dry the beef in paper towels. It will not brown if it is damp. Saute it a few pieces at a time in the hot oil and bacon fat until nicely brown. And then take it out, and you're going to do the same with your vegetables. Okay, so we do a little bit of beef at a time. Let's go ahead and reheat that oil a little bit. I did not want it to burn or overcook. Hey, Sean, we're cooking beef bourguignon. All right, so we're reheating this up just a little bit so we can brown our beef. Y'all, this may be a 30-minute recipe that will end up being 2 hours. But thank you for being here. I'm glad you guys are joining me on my journey. We can do this together. I literally always cook like the same 10 recipes, and I'm sick of it, so watching me, that's a good thing to do. So what we did already is we browned our 6 ounces of, get your iPad and go live with it. Too late. Too late, honey. It's in the car. It's in the car. 21 people. Oh my gosh. Love y'all. But yeah, 6 ounces of pancetta. We left the grease. We have our 3 pounds of beef. And it's cut in 2 to 3 inch pieces. Hey, Mindy! And we're going to brown a little bit at a time. And bacon fat until nicely browned on all sides. Okay. Katie in there. Hey, Katie! We can do a good bit more since I'm using a little bit bigger pot. Julia suggested something a tad smaller. I love you, Julia, but I'm not listening to you on this one. Sorry, ma'am. Okay. We'll do that in one batch, and we'll do the other in just a minute. So that was all the grease from our bacon. And we are going to brown this on all sides. Hey, Kay! Thank you for coming in. But if you guys would like to follow along and you do have the Mastering the Art of French Cooking book, we are on page 316. This is what the book looks like. It came out in 1961, I think it was. This is the first series, so there's actually 3. You guys hang along. We might make our way through all 3 of them. Cooking is my second passion in life besides making people feel beautiful about themselves. So I love the things that I cook, but I definitely wanted to learn to cook more. And I think Julie is a good one to teach us. How's the view for you guys? Can y'all see everything that's going on in the pot? And yes, if I'm not on camera, I am drinking the wine. So I just read ahead, and it says we need a preheated oven of 325, and that we're going to add our beef and our pancetta and our beef to that. I love wine too. It says we're going to add it into a casserole dish, which I do not have at the moment. I need the world. I need the casserole dish. Is this oven safe? This Pyrex? Let's see. Microwave. No boiler. Okay, no. As not. So what we'll do is we'll split it up into these pans. And we'll do that now. Basically, all we are doing is keeping it warm over here. Okay. Okay, we're almost brown on all sides of this batch. Lord, she is really doing a lot. Oh my God, Julie. Okay. In the same fat, brown the sliced vegetables. So I'm going to slice a carrot and an onion after this. Okay, I think we're pretty brown on all sides for this fat. Thank you, Deborah. What's up, girl? I got it for Christmas from my parents. So I don't have a casserole dish. That's what she suggests. I had one, y'all, and I broke it. I need to get a new one. I will get one tomorrow. I have a lot of kitchen tools, but that is one that is not here at the moment. So we're going to take this beef out. We're going to throw it in here. We're making beef bourguignon. In a minute, we're going to add all the wine and the beef stock to these delicious juices that we have created. I might have bit off more than I can chew, but I'm not easily intimidated. Okay. So since we brown them, that's why they have to go into the oven for a little bit. So now we're going to brown the rest of our beef really quickly. And while that's browning, we are going to cut up our carrots and our onion. We are preheating our stove right now to 325 so that it can continue to kind of cook that beef and bacon while we are prepping our vegetables. Facebook is being so weird. It keeps saying, like, people are watching, it's the same person that it keeps saying. Weird. How many of you like Jell-O? You like gelatin? There's a lot of gelatin recipes in this cookbook. It was the 60s, so that was a big thing then. I personally don't really like gelatin, but if Julia loved it, then I've got to learn to love it. So what I did is I just sprinkled half of that pancetta over our beef because it's going to continue to cook in the oven. I'm going to save the other half for this set. It's supposed to be in one casserole dish. I don't have it, so that's why it's split in two. So you're just browning it. You're not trying to cook it down. You just want it brown. Okay, dry them on saute, add into the bacon. In the same fat, brown the sliced vegetables. So, I am going to add... Have y'all ever seen these? I mean, I've seen them before, but never in the store. This calls for little pearl onions as well. They're the cutest little things ever. Oh my gosh, that's so many to prepare. I need to get going. Okay. I'm using Matthew's phone for my... The ingredient list is rather different in the book versus... It's French. So, let's see. So I'm assuming none of y'all like Jell-O. Nobody said anything. So yes, I shared an ingredient list for this recipe earlier. If you guys would like to make this at home, I could actually make a full recipe card with the instructions. I know you love Jell-O. $18 to $24 pearl onions. And then a mushroom, 1 pound of fresh mushrooms quartered. Okay. I know it's chaotic, but that's why it's called Butter, Courage, and Chaos. So just bear with me. This is the first of many. So, all right, we are almost pretty much brown. And then I'm going to go ahead and over here I am going to dump out some of these onions, and I'm going to go ahead and start cutting them, preparing them. Perfect. Get us another little bowl for them right there. We'll go ahead and get this beef out. Do you guys know that Julia was actually like a really heavy smoker? She smoked for years up until 1968 when she had a health scare. I would have never have picked her to be that, but she used to smoke in between breaks during the French chef. There's our oven. Perfect. Hey Alexa, how tall was Julia Child? 6 foot something. I can't hear. Alexa, max volume. Alexa, stop music. Sorry, I don't want to get banned on Facebook. If we play music, they will do that. They will knock off our lives. So, hey Alexa, I had some music playing. Alexa, how tall was Julia Child?
You bet. Here's your playlist.
Alexa, stop. Alexa, how tall was Julia Child?
Julia Child was 6 feet 2 inches tall.
Whoa! Okay, so that's 1 inch shorter than I am. She was a very tall lady. So when I went to the Smithsonian the other day, her kitchen, her whole entire Cambridge, Massachusetts kitchen was in there. How long? I've been intrigued with her for a very long time. 20 plus years, I would say. And then actually going and seeing everything, it was just really cool. That's where...
That's incredible that you got to see
Alexa,
the actual...
Hush, I'm not talking to you. Y'all, y'all...
I hear you. I'm here when you need me.
Y'all, me and Alexa are not friends. We're not friends. We're just not. Okay. Return the beef and the bacon. Tell us what's up. In the same fat, brown the sliced vegetables. So 1 sliced carrot, 1 sliced onion. We don't need the little ones yet. So here's our big onion. I'm going to go ahead and slice this up. Come on, knife. I know you are sharper than that. I'm going to take another layer off. I don't really quite like... Are you cracking up? Yeah, Alexa is, you know, she ain't nice. Alexa ain't nice. She never listens to me. And then Siri, she's even worse. Okay. We'll go ahead and toss her in the heat too. Let's turn it up a little bit. I told y'all, this 30-minute recipe could take me a lot longer. But thank you for staying. Okay. All right. Then we have a carrot, 1 sliced carrot. Let me peel this just a little bit over here. Get a little bit of this roughness off of the outside. Okay, now we're going to slice him up a bit. That was kind of a smaller carrot. I'm going to do 1 more. Sorry it's loud. It's my Mackenzie Childs cutting board. It's very, very loud. I didn't fill that one, but it'll be okay. Sorry, I'm just making sure I am in the... Okay. What's up, you guys? So we are kind of sauteing our onions and our carrots. It'll probably be 9 o'clock before we eat, but we'll eat. Can y'all see that? We're sauteing our carrots and our onions. I could have chopped those up a little better, but I kind of like some rings and mix. Return the beef and bacon to the casserole and toss with salt and pepper. Okay, cool. So we're going to, in the same fat, return the beef and bacon to the casserole. So my dishes that I have over here. Return the beef and bacon to the casserole and toss with the salt and pepper. Then you're going to sprinkle on flour and toss again and coat the beef lightly with the flour. What? Return the beef and bacon to the casserole. Well, they've been in the casserole dish. And sprinkle on the flour and toss again. Okay. Set it in the oven for 4 minutes. Toss the meat and return it to the oven for 4 more. This browns the flour and covers the meat with a light crust. Remove it and then turn it down to 325. Well, it was at 325, I thought. Oh no, 450. Okay. Sorry, y'all. See, it's chaotic. Let's turn it up to 450. It's got to be warmer than this. That should give me enough time by the time I get these done. It does smell so good in here. I need to cut these onions up a little more. I don't know why I did it like that. I wasn't thinking. We're just going to hit them real quick. Julia wouldn't have done this, but it's my first. Those pieces were just a little too big. Okay. Who's all watching right now? Drop me an emoji. Drop me your favorite food emoji that you can find in the emoji bar. We need some interaction on this screen, you guys. Thank you, Faye. You were interacting. Glenda. Mom. I know there's more of y'all. I want to know who's here. Who's watching along? So we're just going to saute these until we get over here. And then we'll go to the next step. Beef Bourguignon! All right. I can't wait to put the wine and the stock and all of that. And it says you can serve this with like noodles or chicken piccata. Yum! I love chicken piccata. Steak. Bread. Is that bread? I love bread. No, a hot dog. You like hot dogs, girl? I love a hot dog. We had one when we were in New York City, and it really was the best. But then we had one that really wasn't very good. It was time for a wine refill. Cheers. Chicken, crawfish, heck yeah. Oh, hey, Mare! We're getting there. We're getting there. I'm glad y'all are here with me. I've never cooked this in my life, so. Fish? I love fish too. What's your favorite kind of fish, Desra? I think I like ahi tuna. You don't know how to find an emoji. That's okay, Vanessa. But steak for you? Yum. I'm starting to like steak more and more. We're gonna get there. Okay. Salt and pepper. 1 tablespoon of salt and 1/4 of a teaspoon of pepper. Tablespoon of salt. I need to put all of this in one big. No, we can do it there. That'll be fun. We'll split it up. I've only made it like 3 steps in, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm glad. I hope you guys are here for the long haul. Crappie or swains? Ooh, mahi. I love mahi. Ahi tuna is so good. I love it. We had some sesame crusted ahi tuna the other day when we were in Boston, and it was amazing. Sprinkle on the. I don't know why that's so confusing to me. Okay, let's see. Return the beef and bacon and toss over the salt and pepper. Oh, because they want you to. Okay. So right now I'm salting the meat, the bacon, and the beef. Okay, with a little kosher salt, and then 1/4 of a tablespoon of pepper. I love crappies. And I like bluegill, perch, if they're really, really thin and crispy. I haven't had it in forever, but I used to. We need to turn this heat down. Okay. As soon as we get this preheated, we are cooking with grease, you guys, literally. Okay, I'm going to do a little fresh black peppercorn on top. You love pond-raised catfish. If it was my grandpa's, may he rest in peace, yes, but it's been hard for me to like catfish as an adult. It just tastes kind of muddy to me. I don't know why, but it does. How's it smell, Matthew? Does it smell good? We're like 1/3 of the way in. We're not even, we ain't even. Matthew says he's excited.
You using your new pan?
I am using my MagnaWare, my Magna Light. Hi. Matthew's in hi, you guys. Let's turn that down just a touch lower. Bacon is cured, so you can actually eat that. Don't eat that. Do not eat pancetta out the pack. No, sir. I mean, it's cured. It wouldn't hurt you, but that sounds gross. Here, you're getting on this too. Toss these around with the seasoning on it, okay? This one, just toss them around for me, and that one right there, okay? I got Matthew working now. Miss Kay and Faye said, hey, Matthew.
Hi.
Okay, so we're preheated. All right. And Desra said, hey, too.
Hello. Hi.
Okay. Now we're going to sprinkle on the flour and toss it again.
I gotta behind you.
Okay, that means we're gonna take this off the heat and just kind of turn that a little low for now.
All right.
We need 2 tablespoons of flour. Sprinkle on the flour and then toss it again with the flour. Okay. Let me get my flour out of here. That's the one ingredient I didn't pull out of the cabinet. And we're going to use some white lily flour. All respect to Miss Brenda Gant, who is the queen of buttermilk biscuits. If you haven't seen her, make sure you follow her on Facebook as well. Brenda Gant, Cooking with Brenda Gant. She's from Andalusia. She is a doll, and I love her. And she can make a biscuit like nobody's business. 2 tablespoons of flour. I have this nifty little measure. It's pretty cool. Glenda said hey to Matthew. He just ran out of here, Miss Glenda. You need the pot. You need the pot. It's amazing. Ask Mom. Where did you get this pot? Everybody loves the pot. Okay. Yeah, this thing is cool. You can just kind of move it up to what you need. I need 2 tablespoons. So there we go. But I've got 2 pans over here, so I'm going to break it down to the 1. Okay. And then I'm going to do another one in my other dish. Because remember, I don't have my casserole dish. I'm going to buy one tomorrow. And I'll show you guys what I'm doing in just a second. I will bring it over there to the camera. This kind of reminds me of like making beef tips and gravy or something. So we're going to toss our beef into this flour. Our bacon and beef. And that's going to kind of help it make like a crust on it. Okay, there's that one. Let me toss this one. Sorry, I will get all the angles and camera angles all fixed the longer and more that we go into this. But you guys can definitely look out for at least 1 recipe a week, maybe more. Okay, so there's that step. And it says... Sprinkle on the flour and toss it again to cut the beef lightly. Alright? Then set it aside, uncovered in the middle of your oven for 4 minutes. And then we're going to take it out, toss it again, and put it back in. You've had that pot for... Oh, you got it on Amazon. Okay, cool. Yes, you had the Magnalite. This is the Magnaware. They just got recently bought out by this company. Okay. So I'm putting in the oven. For 4 minutes. Alexa, set me a timer for 4 minutes.
4-minute timer started.
Okay, while that's going, I'm going to go ahead and cut up these little baby onions. I only have 1 cut right now, so let me go ahead and do that because I need 18 to 24, and I think that's literally this entire bag. So, I'm going to come over here where you guys can see me. They're so tiny. Have y'all ever cooked with these before? These little little tiny onions? Cocktail onions are pickled or whatever they do for like Tom Collins, but they're called pearl onions. That's what they are. Ah. Okay, I need to get that off the ground because Pearl or Minnie or Dolly would get that, and they don't need onions, and I don't need to go to the vet right now. So we picked it up with my paper towel. My hands are clean. All right. Yes, yours is just a touch larger than mine. These things are the cutest little things ever. So cute. All right. Don't look at my air fryer. I don't air fry anything. I'm just kidding. I love my air fryer. I want that ninja one. You can literally just like peel these. It's crazy. I mean, not that you can't a regular onion, but they're just much easier. I keep singing La Vie en Rose. I can't stop. Sorry, you guys, this part might be just a touch boring while I get these all prepped for us. Aunt Lee, if you're awake when I get done, are you working right now? You can have a bowl, ma'am. She lives next door to me, so. I don't like that knife. It's not very sharp. This one's huge. Probably shouldn't be using that one either, but here we are. They don't really have like a very loud smell to them. Oh gosh, that's so much better. Okay. Ooh. No more onions on the ground. Hey Alexa, stop. Okay, so we need to pull those out. It's a 10-quart Dutch oven Magnalite. Magnaware. Okay. Let's get... Of course they're pink. Alright. Let's toss them around in just a second. And then we'll put them back in there for another 4 minutes. And hopefully we will be done with those. Gosh, this is so time consuming. But I bet it's going to be amazing. Okay, there's that one. Ooh, they are kind of developing a crust. That's what we wanted. It really reminds me of making like beef tips and gravy. Oh no, not on the book. 1 second, y'all. Julia, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Julia. It's fine. It just has a lot of love. Desra, you do need that. Desra, that's my mama. Desra does hair too, you guys, and she's a real estate agent, and she was my favorite banker for years. She is the queen. Love her. Okay, so we're putting this back in for 4 more minutes, okay? Hey, Alexa, set a timer for 4 minutes.
4-minute timer started.
Okay. And we're coming back to these little Little baby onions. Sorry, I need a little wine. Cheers. Alrighty. I wish you could play music on Facebook. Miss Julia Child. Bon appetit. I wonder why she talked like that. Was that something that she like got when they lived over in Paris? Because she's from Massachusetts, I think. Hey Alexa, where was Julia Child born and raised?
Julia Child was born in Pasadena, California on
Oh.
August 15th, 1912.
I knew that.
She grew up in Pasadena and attended local schools before going to the Catherine Branson School in Ross, California.
How cool is that? So, California, but they did settle back in Cambridge, Massachusetts. The kitchen that I saw the other day was actually from her Cambridge home, and that's where she filmed The French Chef after she got back. So her husband actually got a job right after they got married, and they moved to Paris because he worked for the United Nations, and she was bored. She never could have...
Exactly. Paul landed that job after 16 years in the Foreign Service, and they moved to 103 Irving Street in 1961.
There has
That
to be a
kitchen
better way,
became legendary
probably.
because it's where she filmed The French Chef starting in 1963.
Alexa, get on, honey. I ain't talking to you. Bye. She's trying to steal my show. They're so tiny. I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
Catch you later, Colt.
Yeah, bye. So she got bored and she decided to go to, because she kept eating all the food and she was like, oh my gosh, this is so much better than American food. And she got bored, and so she enrolled herself into Le Cordon Bleu and became an award-winning chef. I mean, it's a pretty amazing story, if you ask me. But 10 people. I've lost some people. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm trying to hurry. I mean, we're prepping while we wait for the next step. So we only have like 5 or 4 more onions. There probably does have to be a better way. You are correct, ma'am. Okay, there's that one. Alexa, how much time is left?
Your timer has 26 seconds remaining.
26 seconds. Okay. Well, that's how I learned to peel onions when I got my first job out of high school at a seafood restaurant in Louisiana. And I was the onion boy. I did this literally all day long. Alexa, stop. Wrong bowl called. So we only have 4 onions. I did pretty good. There's only 4 left. All right, I'm going to move you guys back. I made them hungry. Okay. So we're looking pretty good. We're looking pretty good. Our pancetta and beef. We're going to set these over here. Well, it's bacon, but you know, pancetta cut into little pieces. I mean, bacon cut into little pieces is pancetta. But this is French and that's Italian, so you know. Okay. This browns the meat and browns the flour and covers the meat with a light crust. Remove the casseroles and turn the oven down to 325. Okay. There we go. So now we are preheating, turning this down to 325. So deheating, stir in the wine and enough stock or bouillon so that the meat is barely covered. So we're going to toss our meat in here with our veggies. Okay? Let me grab a pot holder before I scorch the heck out of myself. Okay, there's that one. So this is actually like a rushed version of this. You would slow cook if you wanted to in the oven for 2 to 3.5 hours. No, 2.5 to 3 hours. But we're gonna do it this way quickly. There is a version of this on here. So we are gonna meddle these together. Our beef and onions and carrots. Okay. Stir in the wine and enough stock or bouillon so that the meat is barely covered. Stir in the wine. How much wine was that? That was 3 cups of a full-bodied young red wine. So we are going with a Pinot Noir. Let's go ahead and turn this on about medium heat. Got my 1 cup measurer. Let's get the old cork out. One cup. 2. 3. And that leaves me a little extra. How sweet. And then the stock. 2 to 3 cups of ground beef stock. So we got some Swanson. 2 to 3 cups. So I said they just want you to cover the top of the beef. You layer this down. 2 to 3 cups, okay? Here's 1. 2. I think 3 is going to be perfect for this dish. Okay, yep. It is literally just sitting right over the top. Add the tomato paste, your garlic, your herbs, and a bay leaf. A crumbled bay leaf? What? Okay, I do have bay leaves. I gotta quit singing that song, but I can't play it or Facebook will spam me. Okay. We have a bay leaf. I guess I crumble it in my hands. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that smells so good. I've never done that in my life. Yum! You guys, this smells amazing crumbled, by the way. Okay. So we have a crumbled bay leaf. Now we need to do our tomato paste. 1 tablespoon of tomato paste. Best can opener ever, Mom. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to do a tablespoon of this. Who's all still here watching with me? Say hello. Tell me you're here. I need some interaction over here, you guys. Love y'all. Okay, a tablespoon. I'm going to measure with my heart on this one. That's a little much. Here we go. Okay. Bring to simmer on the stove, then cover it. So this has to cook for a really long time, but we're gonna go through this. You want my kettle? Mine is the little baby one, I think. Mom, what size is this one? Maybe 6-inch? Yeah, I think it's the 6-inch one. It is looking good, I'm excited, but I didn't realize that this has to simmer for a long time. So we're here, and then we will talk about the next step. I'm gonna mix in that tomato paste really good. Oh my gosh, it smells amazing. Good Lord. Aunt Lee, where are you at? You need some of this. Y'all. Thank you, Carly. Hey, Carly girl, what's up? Yes, so that is Mackenzie Childs. I have an addiction. My mom does too. Look at my little salt and pepper shakers. These are Mackenzie Childs too. Miss Faye, who's on here, bought me a trinket tray for Christmas. It's at work. But yeah, I did my kitchen back in I think like April, maybe. You guys know I love pink, so we had to have it. You're at home? Okay. Well, if you're up, I'll text you in a little bit, and I'll bring you a plate. Hey, Christy! Thank you. Thank you, thank you. So let me turn this heat up. We want to get this to simmering. I'm going to do what Miss Faye said, and we're going to pop this other one on too. This back eye. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Because this is definitely what is for dinner and lunch. Okay. It says to bring this to a simmer, then we're going to cover it. Oh, okay. So we can bypass this. And we can actually cook this now. We're going to do that. You can put this in your oven, and you can cook it for 2.5 to 3 hours. And it would make it you know, a lot more tender than it probably will be. But what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to make this entire dish on live together. I'm going to use a little bit higher heat. Yeah, so we're just going to cook it until the meat is tender. So it's cooking right now, so I'm going to prepare my onions and my mushrooms, okay? So we have the onions almost done. Sorry, I'm reading you guys. So it tells you how to cook it longer or how to cook it faster. Okay, that might be just a little too high there. Oh my gosh, it smells so good! Oh, this smells divine. Please make this for your family. Yes, it probably wouldn't take you as long now that you've watched me do it, but I've never even read this recipe until now. The only thing I read was the ingredient list that I got from Publix. Well, not the list, but you know, all the stuff. And so our mushrooms. I'm gonna prep the mushrooms and the rest of the onions while that is on like a medium-high heat. It smells so good, Miss Carolyn. How are you? Happy New Year. These little onions are hard to cut. With my big old fat hands. Let's see. Ah! What's crazy is Julia was a huge fan of butter, and I haven't even used an ounce of butter yet. Oh wait, I'm going to. 1 pound butter, sauteed. Okay, so we're gonna saute our onions in stock, and then we're gonna saute our mushrooms and butter while this is cooking. Let me go ahead and turn this down just a little bit and put the top on that. This is beef bourguignon. Beef bourguignon. By Miss Julia Child. Okay, so we are covering this guy up right here. Oh Lord, where did my little handle go? I'm gonna burn, melt it. Ah, that was hot. Oh my gosh, it fell off over there. Didn't melt though, thankfully. Okay. Oh, I'm so glad, Desra. I love you, friend. I'm so glad I met you. You have always been such a positive person. I miss you. Come work with me. Desra is the best real estate ever, but she is also a natural hairstylist. She is a queen. Okay. Regulate the heat. So this doesn't really need to be crazy hot. So I've got it like on 1 to 2 on my setting. Prepare the onions and mushrooms. Okay, so while that's doing that, I'm going to prepare the onions and mushrooms over here. Let's get a sip of wine. Cheers. So it called for 18 to 24 little baby pearl onions. Oh wait, my garlic. No, I forgot the garlic. How do you forget garlic, Colt? No. One sec, we're gonna add the garlic. And it only calls for 2 to 3 cloves that are kind of mashed. Not really cut up. So I'm popping them to release the aromatics over here. It calls for 2 to 3. I'm going to put 4 to 5 because I love garlic. So there we go. That's hot. Okay. Tossed in. Let's give it a stir. I burnt the mess out of myself touching the edge of that pot whenever that thing fell off. Oh my gosh. Oh my God, I can learn so much from you. Let me tell you, we never stop learning. When you think you have, then you failed. I learn new stuff every day. Oh my gosh, make it. Make it, Glinda, make it. The recipe, I actually put the ingredients for this on a post earlier, but I'll make a new recipe card with the way we did it tonight. Okay. So we're going to braise these in stock for a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and toss these in a little small...
Oh no, Julia, you fell on the ground.
Okay. So in this little pot right here, we're going to braise these little baby onions real quick. Okay. In some stock. So we're going to toss them over here. And I let my Julia Child cookbook fall on the ground. No! I bent my pages, y'all. No. That just means it has a lot of love. Okay. I'm putting the flour up. I have no room. I need a bigger house. Okay. Little bit of beef stock. We're going to braise them. Just enough to kind of break them down a little bit. Get them a little softer. And they can soak up some of those good meaty juices. All right. Then we are going to prepare the mushrooms. And the mushrooms are going to be sauteed in butter! Butter! You can never have enough butter! Butter, butter, butter! Julia loves butter! Okay, where is another saucepan? Here we go. Sorry, I'm making a bunch of racket. I'm actually going to toss these to the back on the high burner. And I will put this one here. Let it get good and hot. With some butter! I'm using some Kerrygold butter. I'm going to go ahead and cut half a stick and toss it. I do need a stand, Mom. Okay, there we go. We have that. Let me get some more paper towels, you guys. I'm a good cook, just a messy one. Matthew usually cleans everything for us. Okay, so we got butter melting. We're braising some little baby onions over there. Where are my shroomies? Here they are. Let's go ahead and open our baby Bellas. And she says to quarter them. And I'm going to go ahead and just toss them into the pan. And so we called for a pound. We're going to use some baby Bellas. They are my fave. God, I think this is the most, no, I've done things that were harder than this, but this is a very complex recipe. Have I bored you guys yet? I'm sorry. But I'm so glad y'all joined me in this little cooking show. If you guys would make sure to look out for recipes. I'm going to try to do 1 to 2 a week. And I will post the day before. Today I did not. I posted it just a few hours before I started. But we can cook together. I can create a group where we can share our journey in this. Bourguignon! Look how cute that one is. I'm just going to throw them in as it is. Thank you, Desra. Yes, I like to cook fresh. Always. The only thing that I skimped on tonight was the pancetta. It called for bacon that was like lardon, which means like a really fatty piece of bacon that was already kind of chopped up. So my mind went pancetta, which is basically the same thing. You are awesome, Glenda. Thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. I've been very excited about this. It's something that means a lot to me. So, I'm glad y'all are here. I'll have a lot of cleanup after the vid. I try to clean as I go, but, you know. I am no chef. I have never claimed to be. I enjoy cooking. I love it so much. Okay, let's turn this guy down just a little bit here in the back. And we are going to take the lid off of the pot, and we are going to stir him around a little bit, give him a little love. Whew, she's hot. Okay, so the wine flavor is completely gone now. It smells nothing like wine. It is like a delicious, beefy stew. It's beef bourguignon! Oh my gosh. Okay, that looks so good. We're gonna toss. Okay, I just dropped my slotted spoon, so we're gonna toss that one into the sink, and we're gonna get us a new one. Doesn't necessarily have to be slotted, but I do have one. Here we go. Okay. Now let's crank up the heat on the mushrooms. Good Lord, how long does this recipe take? Oh no! I tossed some mushrooms out. Let's chunk those. Washing my hands. I told y'all this was going to be chaotic. So, thank you for hanging out. Who else loves mushrooms? I absolutely adore mushrooms. There is not a mushroom that I do not like. Look how good these mushrooms are looking, y'all. Being braised in the beef stock. Yum! It didn't tell me to turn the oven off, but I'm quite sure we don't need it anymore. So we're going to get rid of that. Going to put the garlic and the butter up.
The butter! I'm putting the butter up in the refrigerator!
Doing a little cleanup while we got things going on. The beef stock up, put the olive oil up. Beef stock in the refrigerator. We still have some parsley and thyme to add to our dish. And I think we've pretty much used almost every other ingredient. So, we don't have much longer. Oh my god. I love mushrooms. I want to eat these. Can you? That's funny. My shiny pot. I need to stir this meat again a little bit. Whoa. Look, it fogged me up. I can't see anything. Oh my gosh. Y'all, I wish I were here to eat some of this. It smells so good, does it not? Here's Matthew again.
It's beef bourguignon! Bon appetit!
We haven't got there yet. Have not gotten there yet. Okay. We're gonna toss that back on it. How can you not like to cook? Like, I know people who literally hate cooking. I don't understand it. It is one of the most therapeutic things that I have ever done in my life. Okay. Pearl, go. No, ma'am. Okay, so we are going to add everything in. Did it get you, Pearl? Pearl is sneezing like crazy. Go. Get off the kitchen. And it says to add this straight in with the butter into the dish. Okay, where is my pot holder? And the little onions straight on in. Oh my God, this looks so good, y'all. Yum! I don't know if y'all can see this, but delicious. I did. Okay. Our next step, simmer the sauce for a minute or two. Okay, so we're gonna simmer this together, meddle together with all that for a minute or two. Okay. I'll just hit myself with a mushroom. Ouch, and it was hot. Okay, we're just gonna let that simmer. I'm gonna run to the restroom because I have got to go so bad. And I need a sip of wine. Cheers. Be right back. Alright, I washed my hands, but I'm going to wash them again because y'all will roast me if I don't. Soap on the hands. Are you drooling? Oh my god. I wish I could share this with all of y'all. I really do. I really, really wish I could. This serves 6 people. The serving size is 6 people. Thank you guys for staying and hanging out with me. It means a lot. I appreciate it so much. Let's look and see what we got going on. Pearl, please go, ma'am. I love you, but you don't need to be at my feet. In case something falls on you. Oh my god. Ah! This is so much food, y'all. This is like way more for 6 people, in my opinion. But those little baby pearl onions make it. Okay, so we have to add our parsley and thyme. Let's go ahead and put the top back on. This really hot pot. Okay. So the next step is you should have about 2.5 cups of sauce, thick enough to coat a spoon. Not leave too thick. Boil it down. Okay, so we need to take the top off. We have a little bit too much juice, Julia said. So we're going to boil this juice down a little bit. We're going to crank her up. She said we only need about 2.5 cups, and we probably have like 4 or 5. So we're going to boil some of this down. This keeps falling off, by the way. If too thin, boil it down rapidly. So that's what we're doing. If too thick, mix in a few tablespoons of stock or canned bouillon. Parsley. So this is where we are going to add our parsley. Parsley sprigs and our thyme. You only need a little. And with thyme, just take it down and you just peel it. You don't want the stems. Okay, you want those little leafy parts off of here. Oh yes, I bet they're so good. Yes, the little pearl onions. We had the hardest time finding them, but we did. They were next to the dried garlic and the minced and stuff in a bag that looks very similar to the garlic. So if you look at a little thyme sprig, it has a really hard stem part, and then it has these really soft green ones. It's okay if that's in there. You don't want the whole thing, but you want to kind of take your finger and you want to drag it up. If you don't have this cookbook, please get it. It teaches you all of these things about how to prepare your veggies, how to slice things. And there we go. So we have some thyme. I'm going to do a little bit more because I really like thyme and I want this to have that thymy, earthy flavor. Thank you, Desra. Thank you so much. Like, cooking is a huge passion of mine. I have no culinary experience except working in a few restaurants. But I come from a family of chefs, and I think it's just in my blood. I love it. So I'm going to do one more. Okay, so that's all for the thyme. Now we're going to go in and we're going to add a little parsley. Close our thyme up. And we're going to add a little parsley. I don't like the stemmy parts, so we're going to add the leafy greens of parsley in there. Well, one fell in there, it'll be okay. It's not going to kill us. And I'm going to use about 1/3 of this pack in here. And you guys, make sure you stay tuned for the next recipe. I think we're going to do that on Wednesday. We're going to do just a touch more. And I need to have a taste of this juice. Let's get there. Well, that's a spoon. I mean, that's a fork. That's not going to do it for you, Colt. Okay, here's a spoon. Here we go. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is amazing. This is amazing. Ooh. You guys, this is pretty dang good. We outdid ourselves today. Thank you, Julia. All right, we're gonna let this simmer for about 5 more minutes or so, and I think we're done. So this says that you can serve this with noodles, mashed potatoes, or a light salad. We are closing the book on it, you guys. We did it. Thank you guys so much. I'm going to simmer this until I think all of the juices are out of there. Enough of them are. Y'all, look at this. Oh my gosh. Those mushrooms, those onions, those huge pieces of beef. I'm gonna let this continue to cook down for probably 20 to 30 minutes longer. You guys do not have to stay on here. I probably will not either. But thank you so much for coming and joining me. Please stay tuned. Look forward to the next post. I will post the, so the next time I do a video, which I think I plan to do one on Wednesday. So tomorrow, look out for the next recipe. If you guys want to cook this with me together, we definitely can. turn this around. Thank you, Amanda. Hey, Miss Peach. Thank you. You guys, look at this. Absolutely divine. I'm almost to the point where I think the amount of liquid is out. I wish you guys were here to have a bite. You are so welcome. You are so welcome. Well, thank you guys. I love y'all. This is beef bourguignon. And bon appetit!